Unveiling quiet, the power of introverts in a world that can't stop talking. Introduction, the quiet strength that defies bias. Ever noticed how movie heroes are always witty and talkative, or how party stars steal the spotlight? From Hollywood blockbusters to workplace training, our world seems to shout, extroversion is the key to success. Speeches must be passionate, networking must be effortless, as if only the loudest voices prove worth. But is that really true? If you cherish solitude, enjoy deep thoughts, or excel at listening, do you ever feel out of place or not good enough? Susan Cain, an introverted Harvard Law graduate, answers this in her bestseller Quiet, The Power of Introverts. She shows introverts don't need to change, they can change the world with their unique strengths. Cain, once a quiet warrior in negotiations, spent a decade researching, interviewing hundreds, and diving into psychology, neuroscience, and history. Her findings: introversion isn't a flaw, it's a hidden gift. This isn't a dry academic tome but a warm blend of stories and science, guiding us to embrace our true selves. Picture this. Sam, an introverted coder, dreads brainstorming meetings but thrives alone, crafting brilliant code. Colleagues called him too quiet, and his boss doubts his leadership potential. Yet when a project stalls, Sam's late-night algorithm saves the day. His impact is undeniable, though he never boasts. That's the power of introverts, quiet but profound, understated but mighty. Since its release, Quiet has sold over 1 million copies, and Cain's TED Talk has surpassed 40 million views, sparking a quiet revolution. It's not just a voice for introverts, it challenges extroverts to rethink their biases. In today's noisy world, Cain reminds us, a quiet voice can still echo across the skies. Are you ready to explore the world of introverts and rediscover yourself? Let's embark on this journey. Background and definition: the science behind quiet strength. To grasp introversion's power, we first need to understand what it means. Many mistake introversion for shyness, but that's not the full picture. Cain explains that introversion and extroversion are two ends of a personality spectrum, defined by how we respond to stimulation. Extroverts crave high stimulation settings, like lively parties or fast-paced teamwork. Introverts prefer low stimulation environments, like solitude, reading, or deep conversations. Shyness is social anxiety, which can affect anyone. Introversion is an innate temperament. Science backs this up. Cain cites neuroscientists who found introverts' amygdalae are more sensitive to stimuli, and their dopamine processing differs. In simple terms, extroverts need more excitement to feel satisfied, while introverts are sensitive to subtle cues. Think of it as two radios: extroverts crank the volume, introverts tune to soft melodies. Studies show introverts have more active prefrontal cortices, making them better at reflection and planning. Extroverts' brains lean on reward systems, chasing instant gratification. Cain traces the extroverted ideal to history. In 19th century America, a farming society valued quiet diligence. But the 20th century's industrialization and urbanization demanded salespeople, advertisers, and PR experts. Dale Carnegie, author of How to Win Friends and Influence People, became the poster child for this extroverted ideal. His mantra, speaking well, socializing, succeeding, took root. Schools began rewarding outspokenness, workplaces championed teamwork, and introverts were labeled aloof or uncooperative. But the extroverted ideal isn't universal. Cain's cross-cultural research shows Asian cultures often embrace introverted traits. In China, quietness signals wisdom and restraint, rooted in Confucian values of cautious speech. In Japan, introverts are respected for focus and humility. Cain shares the story of Mei, a Japanese student, In America, I was pushed to speak up, but in Japan, my quietness earned trust. This cultural contrast shows introversion's value varies but is universal. Cain explores introversion's diverse expressions globally. In India, meditation and introspection are spiritual cornerstones, and introverts are seen as insightful. In Nordic countries, silence respects personal space and isn't awkward in social settings. These examples prove introversion isn't just a trait, it's a culturally shaped strength. Globalization has spread the extroverted ideal, but many non-Western cultures still honor quietness, giving introverts a broader stage. History, too, showcases introverts' impact. Isaac Newton, a classic introvert, shunned socializing but discovered gravity in solitude. Cain notes Newton's genius stemmed from his love of alone time, scribbling equations late into the night. Poet Emily Dickinson, a recluse, captured human emotions in sparse, powerful verse. Cain argues these introverts show quietness isn't just personal, it drives human progress. Back to Sam, the coder. He skips parties but finds inspiration alone, lost in his coding world. His quietness isn't a flaw, it's how his brain processes information. Cain's research reveals introverts excel at deep thinking and sustained focus, their secret weapon for complex problems. Understanding introversion's essence lets us truly appreciate its power. Introverts' strengths, creativity, leadership, and connection in quiet. What makes introverts special? Cain highlights 3 areas where they shine: creativity, leadership, and relationships. Each proves quiet voices can transform the world. Creativity, the magic of solitude. Ever heard of Steve Wozniak, Apple's co-founder? This introverted tech genius hated socializing but built the first Apple computer alone in a garage. Cain says introverts' creativity often springs from solitude. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's research shows alone time fosters flow, a state of total focus. Introverts' brains are wired for this deep concentration, sparking ideas without external buzz. Cain tells of Lena, an introverted illustrator who skips art world parties. In her quiet studio, she creates yard-winning children's books, inspired by moonlight and stories. Cain explains introverts' sensitivity to their inner worlds fuels brilliance in art, literature, and tech. Think of J.K. Rowling, penning Harry Potter in a caf corner, lost in quiet thoughts. Cain dives deeper into introverts' cross-disciplinary creativity. Scientist Marie Curie, an introvert, found solace in her lab, discovering radium and reshaping science. Studies show introverts excel at connecting diverse ideas, forming unique insights. Lena, for instance, blends childhood memories with nature to craft touching stories. An experiment backs this. Students solving math problems alone outperformed teams, free from distractions. Cain urges companies to offer quiet spaces for introverts to brew ideas. Sam's story fits here. His game-changing algorithm came from solitary late-night coding, not meetings. Leadership, the power of quiet control. Must leaders be extroverted? Cain debunks this with data. Harvard's Adam Grant found introverted leaders excelling in complex settings, thanks to their listening, analysis, and team-empowering skills. Studies show they're ideal for proactive teams, as they don't stifle creativity. Cain shares Laura, an introverted manager who never hogs the spotlight. She listens intently in meetings, offering precise suggestions, boosting her team's efficiency. Introverted leaders excel at asking questions, like Laura's. Are there other ways to solve this? Such prompts spark team initiative, not blind obedience. Introverts also shine in behind-the-scenes coordination. Psychology shows they're adept at spotting team dynamics and resolving hidden conflicts. Take Wei, an an introverted project manager who quietly diffused team misunderstandings, keeping a project on track. Cain notes introverted leaders excel at written communication, like emails or reports, to convey complex strategies clearly. This avoids the chaos of off-the-cuff debates. In crises, introverts' calm analysis shines. Cain cites Lee, an introverted CEO who navigated a financial crisis with a data-driven cost-cutting plan, saving her company. Extroverted leaders, by contrast, can be too dominant, missing team needs. Consider Gandhi, an introverted leader whose quiet resolve drove India's independence movement. His strength wasn't fiery speeches but thoughtful actions. Introverted leadership is like watering on stone, slow but unstoppable. Relationships, the depth of quiet connections. Are introverts bad at socializing? Cain calls this a myth. They may avoid crowds but excel at deep, meaningful bonds. Psychologist Elaine Aron's research shows introverts favor one-on-one talks, their listening and empathy making others feel valued. Cain shares Sarah, an introverted college student who dreads parties. Her late-night chats with close friends, however, touch the soul. A friend says, talking to Sarah feels like being truly understood. This depth is introverts' gift. In families, introverts shine too. Cain tells of Fang, an introverted mom who skips big gatherings but bonds deeply with her daughter through bedtime talks. Her attentive listening makes her daughter feel safe, proving introverts are emotional anchors. In workplaces, introverts build strong ties. Chang, an introverted designer, skips team outings but earns clients' trust through thoughtful one-on-one talks. A client notes, Chang's quiet, but I feel he genuinely cares. Cain says introverts' sincerity and focus make them ideal for lasting relationships. Cultural differences shape introverts' social styles. In the West, the extroverted ideal pressures introverts. In Asia, quietness is a virtue. Lee, a Chinese student, shares, in America, I was pushed to speak. At home, my quietness earned respect. This shows introversion's universal value, expressed uniquely. These stories reveal how introverts change the world quietly. Their creativity, leadership, and connections aren't loud drums but resonant melodies. Challenges and solutions, thriving in a noisy world. Despite their strengths, introverts face hurdles in an extrovert ideal world. Cain examines challenges in workplaces, schools, social settings, and the digital age, offering a 4-step plan to shine. Challenges: the misunderstood quiet. At work, introverts are often seen as unmotivated. Cain tells of Jack, an introverted salesperson with stellar results, criticized for not schmoozing. In schools, quiet students are overlooked, as teachers favor outspoken ones, assuming they're smarter. Socially, introverts are mislabeled cold for avoiding small talk. The digital age adds pressure. Social media rewards instant, flashy posts, alienating introverts. Lisa, an introverted blogger, felt drained trying to post daily, preferring long, thoughtful articles. She says, platforms favor fast, shallow content, not my style. Virtual meetings also challenge introverts. An introverted employee struggles to interject in fast-paced online calls, his ideas ignored. Cain notes such high-energy settings marginalized introverts, fueling self-doubt. These misconceptions make introverts question themselves. Cain admits she once tried becoming extroverted, only to burn out. She warns changing personality isn't the answer, finding your own way is. Solutions: 4 steps to thriving. Cain offers a 4-step strategy for introverts to navigate noise with confidence. Step 1. Embrace yourself. Accepting introversion is key. Cain suggests listing strengths like focus, listening, or creativity. Jack did this, realizing his attention to detail won clients' trust. Cain recommends an introverted journal to note moments when quietness led to success, like finishing a project alone. Psychology shows self-acceptance reduces anxiety and boosts confidence. Cain shares how accepting her love of solitude gave her courage. She suggests asking daily, "What did my quietness achieve today?" Meditation can also help introverts connect with their inner voice. Step 2. Shape your environment. Introverts thrive in low stimulation settings. Cain advises seeking quiet workspaces, like private offices or noise-canceling headphones. In schools, introverted students can opt for written assignments over public speaking. Amy, an introverted student, swapped presentations for essays after talking to her teacher, boosting her grades. Digitally, introverts can pick platforms that suit them. Lisa shifted to blogging, gaining loyal readers with in-depth posts. Cain suggests digital detox hours to focus on reading or writing. For virtual meetings, Lay started sending written ideas beforehand, ensuring his voice was heard. These tweaks let introverts engage without losing themselves. Step 3. Act extroverted when needed. Sometimes introverts must act extroverted for key moments like interviews or speeches. Cain calls this the free trait theory. We can adopt opposite traits temporarily. Her tip: prepare thoroughly to turn pressure into opportunity. Tom, an introvert, dreaded public speaking but practiced a speech for a month, even rehearsing expressions in a mirror. He nailed it and found he could handle the spotlight better than expected. Cain suggests visualizing success, picturing a confident performance to ease nerves. Role-playing helps too. Imagine being a bold actor for an interview. Nah, an introverted, channeled a sales star persona to land a job. Cain warns to limit acting extroverted and recharge afterwards, like Tom reading a lone post-speech. She advises capping it at 2 hours daily to avoid exhaustion. Step 4. Collaborate for balance. Introverts and extroverts aren't opposites, they're complementary. Cain suggests partnering with extroverts to leverage strengths, like introverts planning and extroverts executing. A startup thrived with an introverted coder building products and an extroverted marketer promoting them. Cain's ally strategy helps. Introverts can ask extroverted friends to speak for them. Sarah had an extroverted friend introducing her at parties, easing social stress. At work, introverts can pair with extroverts, one presenting, the other note-taking. Cain also promotes complementary learning. Feng, an introvert, taught his extroverted partner organization skills while learning bolder expression. This mutual growth makes collaboration powerful. With these steps, introverts can find their place in a loud world. Cain's story proves quietness isn't weakness, it's strength. Conclusion: the quiet revolution and embracing you. Quiet is more than a book, it's a revolution. It redefines the value of introversion and extroversion, calling for inclusivity. Cain's research shows both have gifts. Extroverts ignite passion, introverts offer depth. Like a symphony, we need both bold drums and gentle strings. Society is evolving. AI and remote work give introverts new opportunities, like coders sharing ideas through coding or writers creating online. Cain's quiet revolution is spreading. Schools value small group discussions, workplaces embrace diverse leadership. AI may further empower introverts, reducing social demands via virtual assistants, freeing them for deep work. Cain predicts growing mental health awareness will highlight introverts' strengths, like listening and counseling. Yang, an introverted therapist, helps clients through quiet empathy, showing introverts service power. These shifts prove quiet voices deserve to be heard. Back to Sam. Once misunderstood, he embraced his introversion after reading Quiet. He prepped for meetings, shared ideas via email, and teamed with an extroverted colleague. Now, he's a respected, bear-the-scenes hero. Sam's transformation echoes Cain's belief: introverts don't need to change, just be their best selves. Cain writes, "Quiet's power lies in hearing our inner voice." Introverted or extroverted, quiet reminds us, true strength is authenticity. Try this checklist to spark your quiet revolution. Spend 10 minutes alone daily, jotting down thoughts. Secure a quiet space at work or school. Practice acting extroverted once, like speaking up. Team up with an extroverted friend for a project. Reflect weekly. What value did my quietness bring? Now it's your turn. Grab a pen, write your thoughts on introversion or extroversion, or try Cain's tips to find your rhythm. The quiet revolution has begun. Are you ready to join?